What if I told you something radical? That your body has never been wrong for getting sick. That every fever, every ache, every flare of pain is not some cruel punishment, but a message. An urgent letter from the deepest part of you. Your soul writes these letters when it needs you to pause, to listen, to come back to yourself. Because sometimes the body shouts what the mind has been too afraid or too weary to say out loud. When we start to understand this, illness stops looking like an enemy. Instead, it reveals itself as a teacher. Every discomfort, every restless night, every knot in your stomach is simply the body's language, begging to be heard. The tragedy is that most of us were raised in a culture that trains us to silence those voices, to reach for quick pills, to distract ourselves with endless noise, to keep moving as if nothing is wrong. But what if, instead of switching off the alarm, we chose to listen? What if that constant headache wasn't just stress, but an emotion trapped in your chest, pleading for release? What if the exhaustion that weighs you down isn't just tiredness, but your soul crying out for meaning? For centuries, Buddhist monks have carried this wisdom, that healing begins not with medicine, but with turning inward. The truth is, your body and your spirit are not strangers. They're not separate parts stitched together. They are one story written in two voices. What ails the soul eventually spills into the body. That's why, in ancient temples, healing didn't begin with herbs or potions, but with an inner journey. A journey back to the self. Today, I want to share with you 5 timeless self-healing practices inspired by Buddhist wisdom and other ancient traditions. These are not shallow wellness hacks you can scroll past and forget. They are deep, powerful ways of remembering who you are, clearing the clutter from your mind, and restoring harmony to the body you live in. And I want to invite you. Don't just read this as words on a page. Receive it as if your soul has been waiting for this, because if you're here right now, it's no accident. Something inside you has been searching for this moment. Technique 1, conscious breathing, the gateway to vital energy. The old masters used to say, the one who masters their breath masters their mind, and the one who masters their mind heals their life. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? Breathing. But conscious breathing is not the same as the automatic rise and fall of your chest. It is the doorway monks have walked through for centuries to unlock energy and return to balance. Once, high in the Tibetan mountains, an elder said to me, "When you breathe fast and shallow, your soul skims the surface. But when you breathe slowly and deeply, you sink into the calm waters of your spirit." That image has never left me. Here is the practice. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, letting the breath fill your belly. Hold it for 4 seconds, feeling the energy swell inside you. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds, letting go completely. Rest for 2 seconds before the next inhale. Repeat this cycle for 10 minutes a day. Do it while imagining your body as an ancient temple. Picture each breath as a flame lighting up dark corners that have been waiting for your attention. This isn't just oxygen for your blood. It's peace for your mind. It strengthens your immunity. But most of all, it roots you in the present moment. The only place where true healing is possible. Technique 2, the healing power of touch. Across many cultures, there's an ancient belief. Your hands are extensions of your heart. Maybe that's why, when someone you love is in pain, your instinct is to touch, to hug, to hold. That impulse is no accident. It's the body remembering a language older than words. In Buddhist monasteries, there's a practice known as palms of light. At the center of each palm lies a point of energy, called Lao Gong in traditional medicine. It is said to be a channel through which life force flows. Here's how it works. 1. Rub your palms together for 30 seconds until they grow warm. 2. Place your hands gently on the part of your body that aches. 3. Close your eyes. Imagine golden light streaming from your palms into that place, filling it, softening it, healing it. 4. Stay there, breathing slowly for 2 to 5 minutes. It doesn't require you to be a healer or a monk. All it takes is intention. All it takes is love. And when you give your body this kind of presence, it responds with gratitude. Remember this: if your mind is powerful enough to create stress that makes you sick, it is powerful enough to create calm that restores balance. Your hands can be the bridge between those two worlds. Technique 3. The lotus breath. Ancient texts say that each inhale is a beginning and each exhale is a letting go. From this truth comes one of the most powerful healing practices, the lotus breath. The lotus flower blooms even in the dirtiest waters. That's why monks chose it as a symbol. It teaches us that beauty and renewal are possible, even in pain, even in chaos. With each lotus breath, you imagine yourself as that flower. Inhale and picture your petals unfolding toward the light. Exhale and release the mud, the doubts, the heaviness, the fear. This rhythm, practiced daily, reminds you that healing doesn't require perfect circumstances. It's possible right here, right now, even in the middle of life's messiness. When you practice these techniques, something extraordinary happens. You begin to see your body differently, not as a broken machine to be fixed, but as a wise companion guiding you home. You start noticing the signals you used to ignore, the tightness in your shoulders when you swallow anger, the fatigue that comes when you've lost your way, the restlessness that whispers, "Something needs to change." And then, instead of silencing those signals, you lean in, you listen. And in that listening, you begin to heal. Imagine what would happen if, as a culture, we stopped treating symptoms like enemies to be crushed. What if, instead, we honored them as messages from within? We might discover that healing doesn't begin with a prescription, but with presence. Not with numbing, but with listening. This is the invitation before you, to breathe with awareness, to touch with intention, to bloom like the lotus no matter the waters you find yourself in, to remember that your body is not against you. It is for you, always. And perhaps the next time illness comes knocking, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you might whisper, "What are you trying to tell me?" Because the truth is, your body has never stopped speaking. Maybe now is the time to finally hear it. These practices come from ancient lineages, but they live because people continue to breathe them, move with them, and let them shape their lives. And the beauty is this: you don't need to climb a mountain or sit in a monastery to receive their gifts. You can practice them right here, in your own home, in the middle of your busy day, or even in the darkest hour of your life. How do you begin? First, sit down. Let your spine rise tall and proud, but keep your shoulders soft, like they're releasing years of tension. Close your eyes and let your awareness sink gently into the center of your chest. Imagine that within you rests a lotus bud, closed, waiting, full of hidden promise. Now, breathe in through your nose. Count slowly to 4 as you imagine that bud beginning to unfurl. Pause for just 2 seconds, feeling the light spreading through every cell of your body, as if your blood is carrying something sacred. Then exhale gently through your mouth. As your breath leaves, see that lotus blossom open fully, spilling light that flows into every part of your being. This is not simply a way of oxygenating your blood or calming your nervous system. Though it does both, it is a ceremony of cleansing. People who have tried this practice often describe it as if a weight they didn't even know they were carrying has finally been lifted. In monasteries, monks use this before entering meditation or when the mind grows too restless. But you don't need a monastery. You can use it anytime. Even in the middle of heartbreak, grief, or panic. Remember, the lotus doesn't get to choose the muddy water it grows in, but it always chooses to open, to bloom. And so can you, right now. In the wisdom of Buddhist and Taoist teachings, there is a truth. Everything alive moves in spirals. Galaxies whirl in great arcs across the heavens. Storms turn in sweeping circles, and even the DNA in your cells winds itself into spirals of life. To move in this same pattern is to invite the natural current of energy to flow through you, releasing what is stuck and awakening what is alive. To begin, stand tall with your feet shoulder-width apart, knees soft, arms loose at your sides. Start turning your waist gently left and right. Don't force it. Let your arms swing freely like ropes carried by the tide of your movement. As the rhythm comes, let your awareness drop into your belly. Feel as though your navel is drawing an invisible spiral in the air. With each turn, imagine heavy energy leaving your body, dissolving into the space around you, while fresh energy pours back in. Traditionally, people would practice this at dawn, the time when nature's energy is cleanest, before the noise of the world begins. Physically, it relaxes your muscles, loosens stiff joints, and supports the circulation of blood. Spiritually, it touches the liver and kidneys, the organs seen in Eastern medicine as guardians of cleansing. A Tibetan teacher once said, "The spiral is not just a gesture. It is life reminding us that even when it feels like we are only circling, we are still moving forward. If you make this movement part of your daily life, you allow your energy to flow without obstruction. And when energy flows, healing, whether physical or emotional, can happen more deeply, more quickly. Among all the practices handed down through Buddhist traditions, one shines with particular reverence: the meditation of the golden light. It was often shared quietly, almost in secret, because of the power it holds. Monks practiced it to mend wounds, soothe illness, and bring hope back to those who felt utterly lost. The golden light is said to be the very essence of compassion, a frequency of love so pure that sickness, fear, and despair cannot remain in its presence. Here's how to call it into your life. Sit in stillness. Keep your spine straight but unforced. Close your eyes softly. Breathe deeply 3 times, each breath an invitation to let go of tension. Then see above your head a radiant sun made of gold. Its rays are gentle, not harsh, and its warmth feels like safety itself. As you inhale, imagine that light flowing down through the crown of your head, flooding every cell of your body with warmth, healing, and peace. As you exhale, see the light pushing out whatever doesn't belong. Old pain, shadowed thoughts, lingering fear. Let it all go. Stay here for 10 minutes, letting yourself be bathed in that radiance. In monasteries, this was sometimes done in groups because the collective light magnifies the effect. Practitioners often find that after repeating this meditation, not only do they feel healthier, but they also reconnect with a deep sense of meaning and protection. A monk from the Kham region once said, "The golden light isn't outside you. It has always lived in you." Meditation only reminds you of the truth, that you are light. Practice this before bed, and you may find your dreams clearer, your sleep deeper, your mornings more renewed. Now you've walked through these ancient techniques, but here is something essential. The power is not in the techniques themselves. The true magic lies in your willingness to meet yourself with consistency, gentleness, and love. Techniques are bridges, nothing more. They offer you the chance to step from where you are to where you long to be, but you are the one who must choose to cross. Trying once and forgetting will not change your life. Healing is not a single event. It is a return, a journey, a river, and like a river, even when stones block its way, it keeps flowing forward. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. Before you reach for your phone, you close your eyes. You take a single moment to give thanks for your life. During the day, you pause. You inhale, feeling light enter you. You exhale, releasing burdens you no longer want to carry. Slowly, you notice your body begin to change. Your shoulders drop. Your face softens. Your breath deepens. Your emotions become steadier. Your mind clears. Not because life has suddenly become easy, but because you have found the center inside yourself. Because you know that storms can rage outside, but within you, there is calm. In Buddhism, there is a teaching both simple and profound. When you heal yourself, you help heal the world. This isn't poetry. It's an energetic truth. When your vibration rises, the world around you shifts. When your heart beats in peace, that peace ripples outward. To your family, your friends, your community, and far beyond. This is why these practices matter. They are not just for you. They are for everyone whose life touches yours. Every time you breathe light into your chest, every time you spiral into freedom, every time you rest in golden radiance, you are offering something back to the world, your healed presence. And that presence, calm, radiant, unshaken, is the greatest gift you could ever give. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that you have the power to heal. Your past, your mistakes, your scars. None of that defines you. What really matters is the choice you make starting today. Think of these 5 techniques as ancient keys you've just rediscovered. Each one can unlock a door that's been closed for far too long. The door of forgiveness, the door of self-love, the door of health, the door of mental clarity, and the door of connection with the divine. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and drop a comment telling me which key you're going to use first. Even if you only open one door today, that single step could lead to a whole new life. Always remember this: your body isn't wrong, your soul isn't wrong, and your life isn't wrong. Everything you've been through, even the hard parts, has led you here to this very moment. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep going the way you have been, or you can take your first step toward healing and awakening. The decision is yours. And the time is now.